Hey everyone, my name is Brian. You're watching DC Unleashed. And I am so glad you're here today. We do have to talk about a little possible spoiler, a plot leak, if you will. And I'm going to say spoiler in quotations because I have not seen the movie. And to be fair, most people haven't seen the movie. A very small amount of people have actually seen this film as far as screeners are concerned. So a lot of the rumors that you see, like the run times being super short, the budget being inflated, these things no one actually knows but the people who made the movie. However, this rumor did come out, and it was slightly verified by people that do have a decent track record. But the person who came out with the post, his name is My Time to Shine Hello, it does not have a consistent track record of being right. In fact, this person is notorious for engagement farming, which means that he posts things that are designed to upset people and get them talking. Because on Twitter, people talking and engaging with your posts is how you get paid. In fact, on YouTube, that's also how you get paid. So that said, do me a favor, before we continue, hit that like button below and help me make some money on this channel. It's a new channel, and I need your support. Also, if you do not want to be spoiled by this movie, because this is a potential spoiler, then do me a favor, like the video on your way out, and come back tomorrow for more news. But if you're cool with a potential plot leak, and you don't really care, you're going to watch the movie anyways, then stay, and I will break this whole thing down for you right now. This is from Comic Book News. And the headline here says, Superman plot leak, James Gunn makes online trolls Superman's new kryptonite. The article says, James Gunn revenge on the internet, ? A bizarre and rumored plot for James Gunn's Superman has surfaced online, which claims the Man of Steel gets dragged into the world of cancel culture. In the leak, it's claimed that James Gunn sets up Superman to be battered by social media hate, which apparently makes the Man of Steel feel... makes the Man of Steel feel sad. No, we're not joking. It's further claimed that James Gunn uses a hashtag super shit hashtag in the movie, which trends and damages Superman's image. But the real twist? Lex Luthor is behind it all, using an army of mutant monkeys at keyboards to flood and troll the internet to tear Superman down. Before we continue, a friend of mine named Gary, he runs a channel called Neurotic. We are good friends. He did tweet after the rumor came out. He said, "Oh no, the super shit rumors in James Gunn's Superman are true." Someone said, or Jeremy Prime said, "For real?" And Gary said, "Yes." Well, I did message Gary and I said, "Hey Gary, bro, my dude, where did you get that information from?" And then I quickly deleted the message because I don't want to stir up Snyder cultists yelling and screaming at me and all that stuff. And I realized that I don't really care if the rumor's true. It doesn't bother me. And I'll get more into that in a second. When we actually hear the rumor, I'm going to tell you why I don't care. It doesn't bother me as much as it seems to be bothering other people. But let's move on. What does the rumor say? The rumor comes from, like I said before, My Time to Shine Hello account on X. Worth a mention. This is what the article says, and it's true. Worth a mention is that Gunn has shot down some of the account's previous claims. 100%. It's not just this movie. This guy has been wrong often. Like I said, he posts things that are designed to drive engagement so that he can game the system and get as much money as possible. I'm not hating the player, but that's the game, right? Same with YouTube, same with any social media network where you are an influencer and you are trying to get paid. It's all about engagement, baby. So this guy will post things that are salacious, things that may or may not be true, or maybe they're exaggerated or whatever, because he wants to drive engagement. So what did the tweet say? The tweet said, in the movies, Superman is frustrated by social media backlash, with the hashtag supershit being mentioned several times as really getting under his skin. Meanwhile, in Lex's interdimensional world, hundreds of mutant monkeys are shown typing furiously at keyboards and flooding social media with hate against Superman. Okay, is the rumor true? As of Monday morning, James Gunn hasn't shot down the rumor on Threads. He's been much less active on social media regarding responding to fans. So let's look at some reactions to this. Viewer Annan, who does have a decent track record of being right, he did say, and this is why I say it's a potential spoiler. This is why I'm reporting on this, because had this just been My Time to Shine's post, I wouldn't care. All the people freaking out and losing their minds over this, I would just let them do it. Because I don't believe a thing My Time to Shine says, because he's been consistently wrong. But viewer Annan, who actually has been more right than wrong, he says, guys, the hashtag super shit thing, don't look it up if you don't already know, is one of the best jokes in the movie. Even people who didn't like it have pointed to the punchline as something fantastic. Wait for the movie to come out. Totally fair. Before you get upset about something in a film, the way the costume looks, casting, plot leaks, that kind of stuff, you should probably watch the movie before forming an opinion. Now, you can have fears, you can be worried about if the movie's going to do well, or if it's going to be, butcher your favorite superhero, your favorite character, your favorite franchise, cool, whatever. But before you just say, this movie sucks, I'm not going to watch it, well, maybe you should watch it. Or don't. It's up to you. He has a good point when he says, wait for the movie to come out. Now, if we jump over to Reddit, here's some of the stuff from DC Cinematic. It says, Scooper, viewer Annan says the recent plot link about Superman is true, says it's one of the best jokes in the movie. Okay. Let's look at some of these comments. And I gotta say, I agree with some of these people that are responding. One poster says it's all about the delivery. Putting down any jokes in cold text, removing it from context, and even trying to present it as a negative for a scooper clout will scupper many jokes. Another reply says, I remember when it first leaked that the first Avenger Captain America movie was going to have a musical number. In isolation, it sounded stupid, but on screen, it was glorious and also fit well with Steve's character arc. Or when it leaked that Thor was a fat gamer, it mounted to like a minute of screen time. A lot of people are freaking out over something that they haven't seen. They have no idea the context. They have no idea what leads up to it. They don't understand the characters. They have no idea what this movie is even about. So they're hearing a potential plot leak out of order with zero context, and they're losing it. A lot of these hyperactive people are just massive Snyder fans, and they're mad that James Gunn is even making a Superman movie in the first place. So they don't care about context. They just want to hear every possible, potentially bad thing about this movie so they can complain and rage and just bitch about something that they haven't even seen yet. Let's check out comicbookmovie.com for their take. It says, Superman bizarre plot leak points to Super SHIT hate campaign and mutant monkeys. Spoilers. This is what Mark Cassidy says. We've been hearing mixed reports about James Gunn's Superman since the first Eternal test screenings took place, and a number of rumored details about the movie has been met with skepticism, if not outright mockery, from fans of the iconic DC Comics hero. One aspect of the movie that seems to have been proven to be most divisive among those who have seen it is the story structure. The DCU reboot is said to have an episodic feel and has been compared to 2005 All-Star Superman, which focused on a dying Man of Steel accomplishing a series of heroic feats, the 12 labors of Superman, as he attempted to make peace with the world before the end. Now, Scooper My Time to Shine has shared some story details. While these sound like fairly minor plot points, they are sure to raise a few eyebrows. Now, just a note here, My Time to Shine put his scoop behind a paywall. Remember that, okay? If this information is true, he got it from someone that saw a screener and he decided to weaponize this because he wants engagement. That's how he makes a living. Here's what the article finishes with. Again, this is more than likely a running joke or possibly even a one-off sight gag, so best not to read much into it. Even so, with some fans concerned about the level of humor and certain types of humor at that. In the movie, these details may not go over well. Comicbookmovie.com had a very good point. It can be a running joke. It can be a one-off gag. It doesn't really matter what it is. Let's look at the actual context of the plot leak. Lex has an interdimensional world, some kind of pocket universe, and he has hundreds of these mutant monkeys basically trolling the internet, complaining about Superman. What's really funny about this is that this is very much like a lot of the Snyder cultists and like the people that are really up in arms about this movie. It's pretty much what they did. So if this is a gag, then it's a gag that James Gunn is probably aiming toward these hyperactive, salacious internet trolls that just want to hate everything that isn't Zack Snyder. They want to hear anything bad about this movie, devoid of context, with no knowledge of what's actually happening, having not seen the movie. They just really want to be pissed. You can see the absolute meltdown by a lot of these people, just losing their minds. And remember, these exact people were already complaining about the movie before a single plot leak or a costume or a trailer came out. Just the fact that James Gunn was making it and not Zack Snyder had them already made up their mind that they weren't going to watch the movie, and they didn't care. And they have this delusional idea that if the DCU fails and James Gunn shits the bed, that somehow Warner Brothers is going to bring back Zack Snyder and he's going to finish his trilogy and blah, 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 blah. It's just, guys, Zack Snyder's not coming back. I love Man of Steel. I love the Zack Snyder cut. I love those movies. I like the DCEU, but it's gone. It's not coming back. I started this channel because I loved the DCEU so much. I loved those movies. But Zack Snyder is not coming back to the franchise. He's not. And if he does, it's going to be under James Gunn. So whether this movie does well or not, Snyder's never returning. That trilogy is never being completed. People said that before about the Snyder cut. And look, we got the Snyder cut. Dude, that was such a unbelievable turn of events. It shouldn't have happened. It happened because there was a pandemic. The studio was starting a new streaming service. There was a bunch of bots online talking about how much they wanted to see the Snyder cut. And the studio thought an easy way to, to bring subscribers over to Max. Bottom line is it didn't really work. And I liked the movie, but it didn't work. They wasted a bunch of money, and that was the final nail in Snyder's coffin. They're not bringing Snyder back to this franchise. They're just not. And if he does come back to be a director or writer or something, it's going to be a part of James Gunn's franchise. And if that bothers you, then, I'm sorry about that, but I can't do anything about facts. Facts are facts. Now, James Gunn did make a statement about the wrap of Superman, and I think it was pretty inspiring. So, not worth an entire video, but we can finish this video with this statement. I do believe James Gunn is someone who loves Superman. This is what he said, and that's a wrap. God bless our cast and crew whose commitment, creativity, and hard work has brought this project to life. I set out to make a movie about a good man in a world that isn't always so much. And the goodness and kindness and love I've encountered on a daily basis on the set has inspired me and thrust me forward when I felt too spent to move on my own. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. It has been an honor. The destination has been Superman, but the journey has been the toil and the laughter and the emotions and the ideas and magic we've shared together on set. And for that, I am forever grateful. And my friends, that's it for today. Just like James Gunn is forever grateful, I am forever grateful that you watched this video all the way to the end. Do me a favor, hit the like button and go down to the comment section and share your thoughts. What do you think about the spoiler? What do you think about this potential leak? Do you care? Does it matter? I'll tell you, I personally have no issue with it. I haven't seen the context. It sounds like a funny gag. And considering the events that have taken place to creating this movie and everything with Snyder and the bots and all that, I don't see a problem with it. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. And on the way there, please hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed, Please subscribe. I need another 30 subscribers to monetize this channel. I know you can do it. I appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Here comes the